hopefully you guys can hear me. Make sure you guys say something if you can in the chat. My dad hit the wrong switch and it just killed the power, turned off my computer. I'm glad my computer started back up. Honestly, I was a little bit worried it might have fried it or something, so we might have a few bugs and glitches here if something does happen. Let's hope we stay smooth. But anyways, welcome to another stream, y'all. Sorry for that slight delay there. Parliament, Caden, Phoenix, Chip, Storm Dakota, Pez, as well as everybody else who is in the chat. May not be chatting. Glad to have you here as well. Catman, Isabel. Hurricane intensified so fast it took the energy from TRG's PC. Yeah. It felt like that. It cut off in a heartbeat. So I don't know if this stuff's saved then. Let's see. Let's see if you guys can even see me. Okay, yeah, we're good. We are good. So there's your category 4 hurricane out there east of the Lesser Antilles above my face cam. That is the high resolution minute updating satellite imagery of hurricane category 4 hurricane Beryl. Almost forgot its name there. So a lot of new information has came through, kind of as anticipated, to be honest. A few of my programs did end up shutting down on me. Thankfully, Chrome restored all the browser tabs, so I didn't have to spend an extra 10 minutes opening everything back up. So yeah, there's your category 4 hurricane. We'll also switch to the satellite over here. There you go. That is your category 4. It is currently with wind speeds of 130 miles per hour and is continuing its journey of rapidly intensifying. Currently, it is anticipated to peak at intensity of 140 just before making landfall near or on Grenada, southern Lesser Antilles. This storm did shift considerably further to the south. However, it is going to move back to the north over time. So the track beyond the Lesser Antilles really hasn't changed too much. But the hurricane as a whole did shift a little bit further to the south than initially anticipated. So that's going to make Grenada pretty much in direct impact of this category 4 hurricane. Later down the line, we're expecting this to go just barely south of Jamaica's major hurricane going to Yucatan. And then it is a very real possibility that we see additional intensification back towards a hurricane in the Southwest Gulf. But again, here's your current look at it. I'll go and take off all these overlays so that way you could see it clear as day. There you go. So very, very intense hurricane. It's actually breaking. Am I just like, you guys see those pixels, right? Yeah. It is actually breaking satellite imagery on Radar Omega. What? That is crazy. So there you go. That is your category 4 hurricane. Very, very, very intense hurricane. Extremely intense. I don't think we're going to be able to see any lightning activity with this. I stand corrected. It looks like we do have a lot of lightning activity. Holy crap. See all those little flashes there? Those are flashes of lightning that has been detected in the eye wall. So I stand corrected. There's actually lightning inside of the eye wall currently. That is something. That is something. That is something. Here's the 3D. Oh my goodness. I think we were in the eye there for a second. So here's the 3D view of this beast. Absolute beast of a category 4 hurricane here. We could go into the eye. Look at that. We're literally inside the eye. Oh my goodness. Wow. Just a very overall impressive structure. This is going to make a run for Cat 5, 100%. It is going to try to push for a Category 5. I think in order to do that, it's going to have to do an eye wall replacement cycle. I believe that's going to be the #1 factor in all of this. I don't know what initiates or really, how do I put this, promotes an eye wall replacement cycle to occur. But this one will probably at least attempt at an eye wall replacement cycle, and it still has plenty of land before it gets to Grenada, and it's expected to peak over Grenada. The peak intensity of this hurricane is now forecasted right here, so it's no longer northwest up here, and it's definitely not southeast. It's expected over the land, pretty much over southern Lesser Antilles, is where we're anticipating the peak intensity of this hurricane. Regardless of if it does a direct impact to Grenada or direct impact to any of these islands here, we're still going to be seeing catastrophic impacts all the way from possibly Dominica, the Dominica up here, all the way down south towards Trinidad and Tobago. I don't know if, let's see here. I don't know if they fixed the or not fixed the, but issued new hurricane warnings. Oh. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we got an urgent update from the National Hurricane Center that indicates that Beryl's upgraded to Cat 4. Yeah. Already knew that. Trinidad and Tobago, you are actually under a tropical storm watch now. This island's under a hurricane warning, hurricane warning, hurricane warning, hurricane warning, hurricane warning. And this, I believe, is a tropical storm warning. And then we have a no, actually, this is a hurricane warning as well. This is tropical storm warning and then tropical storm watch. So you have tropical storm watch, tropical storm warning, hurricane warnings all in effect here, and then tropical storm watch back down in this area. So you have a tropical storm warning for Dominica, which means tropical storm force winds and impacts are anticipated in the next 24 hours. Hurricane warnings, of course, in place, and hurricane impacts are anticipated to begin right around 8 p.m. tonight in portions of the Barbados area. It should really include all of Barbados, to be honest, in terms of those impacts. But this is continuing to intensify. It is probably still strengthening. Most likely, it is also the first Category 4 hurricane, the earliest Category 4 hurricane. In June, it is the furthest east Category 4 hurricane, the furthest east formed named storm in June on record. It is the furthest east storm. Period. It is the strongest category, the strongest hurricane east of the Lesser Antilles this early in the year, ever since Hurricane Denise back on July 8th, 2005. So this season's already comparable to 2005. Most likely, this storm has intensified to wind speeds upwards of 140, 145 at this point. We might have recon data inside this storm, but it is going to start getting too dangerous for recon to fly into this thing. Let's go back over to our latest recon data. Yeah, they're yet to drop a drop zone in that, but it is definitely below 960. Let's see. I'm not seeing that drop zone data just yet. Oh, there it is. 958, 957. That is definitely intensified. Gracious day. Yeah, that is 100% intensified. Wind speeds greater than 130 according to recon data. Oh my goodness. That just might be a wind barb of Cat 5. There's a chance that is a wind barb of Cat 5 right there. I don't think it actually is. We'll wait for the National Weather Service, or the National Hurricane Center, rather, to do an analysis on that one. But those wind barbs are definitely up there for sure. Recorded knots from hurricane hunters, I believe, go up to at least 115. Oh, 130. 130 knots. Gracious day. How fast is that? I don't think that's going to be right. That's going to be a lot of miles per hour. That's almost 150. I don't think it's that strong. I don't know. We are looking at a 145 possibly right here. Gracious day. Yeah, this thing might already be at 145. So this is possibly already a Category 5 hurricane. If not, it's definitely a high-end Cat 4. High-end Category 4 for sure, but this is already going to be borderline Cat 5 here. Gracious day, my word. My goodness, that is insanity. So, again, we are looking at a very high-end Category 4, possibly even a borderline Category 5 hurricane here, southeast of the Lesser Antilles. As this ridiculous eye wall with lightning inside of it continues to push off to the northwest. Really, really intense. Sorry for the flash in there. Really, really intense hurricane. At minimum, I'd say the wind speeds of this are at least 140 miles per hour. I mean, my word. Look at that. That is just absolute insane data that we are getting currently. Just a very, very, very intense hurricane. Yeah, I did notice that pressure. That pressure would be probably near historic if this is actually a Cat 5. A 958 millibar for a Cat 5 is nearly, I don't think that's really a possibility. But it is 2024, so I think that this is going to be about 140, 145 Hurricane. I don't think this is going up to 150 like the, like I said, they'll just see. They'll see. That is definitely 130 knot wind speeds, 10-second wind speeds, which is sustained surface wind speeds at 130 miles per, or 130 knots, which is 149 miles per hour. And then a central millibar pressure of at least 958. Let's see. Our drop zone data should be in now. Matter of fact, we can look at it from here. Let's see if we got the drop zone data. I think this is going to be the wrong one. There is like 4 different hurricane hunters here. Okay, it's going to be this one probably. Okay, not... Oh. No, not this one. It's going to be this one. Yeah, so this is... We'll wait for that to load in. There you go. So they're in the eye currently. They are literally in the eastern eye wall right now. Yeah, and they're recording 9:59. Gracious day. That must be insane looking inside that eye. Gracious, man. Holy crap. I'm pretty sure this is from, yeah. So this hurricane hunter literally flew from Louisiana all the way to the Dominican Republic, then Puerto Rico, and then I think a station somewhere out here in the Virgin Islands. And they took off from the Virgin Islands and went all the way southeast into this category 4 hurricane. My word. Oh, false alarm. A hurricane disappeared for a second. It's fake. It's fake. My goodness. All right, let's go ahead and look at a, this is the other loop I was playing at the beginning of the stream. Just an absolutely ridiculous hurricane. That eye wall is shrinking a bit. I do believe that this is going to have to do an eye wall replacement cycle. EWRC, I believe is what it's called. In order for it to reach Category 5 status, I think it's going to have to close its eye and then reopen it closer to the Barbados later on tonight. And if that doesn't happen, this might push borderline Cat 5, but I don't know if it's going to be able to push over and hit that Category 5 intensity mark. It's going to be a close call, I can tell you that. It is going to be a close call. Gracious day. Look at the size of this hurricane compared to Grenada. Look at the size comparison. I bet almost the whole eye could fit on Grenada. Let's see. 17 miles to the southwest. Grenada is 20. The whole eye could almost fit over the entire island of Grenada. That is insane. That is crazy. It's 3 miles too small for this eye to fit over the whole island of Grenada. So it looks like a small eye, but that is a big eye. That is a massive eye right there. It's not like, by no means is it the biggest hurricane that we've seen at all in terms of the eye. But that is a large eye. That is a really solid, what do they call it? Pinball, I think they call it a pinball eye. That's exactly what this is. I mean, gracious day. I don't think that would be comparable to any U.S. state, maybe Rhode Island. Even from west to east in Rhode Island, it's still like 23 miles, so you're really not going to be able to compare that to any state in the U.S. But just to put it in perspective, the eye of this hurricane can almost fit over the entire island of Grenada. I mean, my word. That's why we have hurricane warnings out all the way towards this island here, because these bands are probably going to impact that island. So, I mean, gracious day. Pinwheel? Is it pinwheel? I have not heard any hurricane terms in the last 8 months or so. It's been a very long time, and it's crazy that our first hurricane is a freaking Cat 4. It is wild. Absolutely crazy. And again, this storm has lightning activity with it as well. Here's the infrared satellite imagery, and it's just crazy, dude. Absolutely crazy. Look at that. Look at this whole system. Absolutely massive. Massive, massive hurricane. Now, the hurricane force wind speeds is definitely going to be limited to this general area here. Matter of fact, we'll just turn on the National Hurricane Center outlook here. Yeah. Yeah, so your hurricane force wind speeds are going to be limited to generally around this area here. Which is, that's pretty large. That is very, very large for sure. Yeah, so in the future, this storm's going to be tracking up to the northwest. So it's expected to go very close to, if not over Grenada, move to the northwest and have a very close and near miss with Jamaica, move towards the Yucatan Peninsula, where it should make its at least second landfall, and then probably move into the southwest Gulf of Mexico, where it will most likely attempt to intensify further into possibly another, re-intensifying into a Category 1 hurricane out there. However, it is too far out. It is definitely on the table that this thing swings up and heads towards Ben, out towards San Antonio. It's definitely a possibility, but I don't see it likely heading up towards Texas. Like I said from early the get-go, this thing should head into the southwest Gulf and then probably hit either southern Texas or most likely Mexico. And then our system behind this, we do have an AOI behind this, of course. That's at a 70% chance currently. Moving off to the northwest, so not really much of an interest there, to be honest. We're just gonna focus on this hurricane until until this thing really gets moving off to the northwest. Then we'll focus on the other AOI that will probably become a tropical storm and impact near the same area, which the National Hurricane Center also noted that with their tropical update earlier this afternoon. Let's see here. So there's your 3D once again. Absolute beast of a Category 4 hurricane, barreling right towards the southern Lesser Antilles. Oop. Okay, there. Ooh, well, our satellite's very much glitched out. I'm trying to load it up here. There you go. Nope. Look at that. It disappeared again. Watch. It disappears. Oh, there's nothing. Oh, jump scare. That is a jump scare of a Cat 4.5 right there. My goodness. An absolute jump scare and a half. This is the upper level water vapor imagery. Very laggy. You know what? Skip this. There's your water vapor. I mean, it does look like it's the convection's at least getting a little bit weaker. It's definitely still a Category 4 100%, but this might be aiming for an eyewall replacement cycle. This just might be aiming for an eyewall replacement cycle very soon. But it is still a very, very well-defined eye. Look at that. You can see the ocean. There's the pixelated ocean. Very pixelated ocean right there. And you can even see the stadium effect from the satellite imagery zoomed in. You can see the different layers of the eye wall. Absolutely astonishing for the first hurricane of the year. Absolutely astonishing. This is just one of the many signs of what's to come for August. August into September. I think late August is going to be where we start peaking for hurricane season. So this is where your most intense wind speeds would be generally in this area. Your most intense would be right around this area here, and then your possibly extreme high in Cat 4, pushing maybe even Cat 5, would be very, very confined onto the eye wall. And I think they said the southeast quadrant was stronger. I think the National Hurricane Center said the southeast quadrant of the storm was the strongest portion. It looks like that from their wind outlook too. So I mean, I don't know. The whole eye wall's gonna have winds of at least, honestly, at least 140. Jeez. Disney World? No. No, we're not really expecting any Florida impacts from this. Worst case scenario, we might see some impacts for the southern tip of Texas. There's a chance it heads towards Corpus Christi out there in southeast Texas, but that's very far-fetched. So we'll just monitor it, wait and see. Some thunderstorms firing off near me. I don't really think they're going to be all that crazy. I'm not really planning to chase today. Man, I could just watch this satellite for hours. I could just watch it for hours. I'm very mesmerized by these, by hurricanes. Let's see here. Severe watch for Maine. Now that is insane. Couple tornadoes, 70-mile-an-hour winds, and ping-pong-sized tail, all possible. Gracious. Let me just go ahead and check this really quick. Yeah, I really think we'll see what happens here. It's definitely going to be really a key feature is going to be the eye wall replacement cycle. If that's even on the table, like I said, I'm not sure how to determine if that's on the table at all. But it's definitely, you know, always a chance with any hurricane. And the landfall is expected early tomorrow morning. I believe around not really that early anymore, 10 a.m. Eastern. We could go ahead and look at that projected path real quick. Yeah, so 8 a.m. It should be east of Grenada, so we should have landfall probably around noon actually tomorrow. Between 10 a.m. and noon tomorrow morning, we should have landfall of this storm. So it still has plenty of water to work with. A whole lot of intensification could happen. But again, my only question is when will it, if it ever does, try for an eye wall replacement cycle? If it tries for an eye wall replacement cycle here, somewhere around this area, that would probably be a best case scenario because that would collapse the eye and weaken the storm a bit. And then it would probably intensify further west of the Lesser Antilles. So depending on if it does an eye wall replacement cycle, the peak of this hurricane should be somewhere here. Somewhere here we should have the peak intensity of this hurricane. I don't really expect it to be peaking south of Dominican Republic. It should be on a weakening trend out here as it approaches not as good of water, as well as encounters of some weak wind shear. My word. It doesn't appear that an eye wall replacement cycle is near. Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully we see the core break down as it gets closer to the Leeward Island, so that way that eye wall will close. Like I said, that'd be the best case scenario. Yeah, Otis was the craziest hurricane I've ever seen. At least in the Pacific. In the Atlantic, I don't really know. Probably at the moment Ian from 2021. Oh yeah, it has a really good eye wall. You could see like this whole area here. This is what's gonna just help it stay alive forever. I mean, I would be pretty shocked if we see an eye wall replacement cycle today, but it's possible overnight. But I mean, this is as well defined as you can get for an eye. This is as well defined as you can get for an eye. I mean, you can literally look right into the ocean on all these products. What's the difference between visible red and visible blue? I've never... red just looks a bit less vibrant. Man. Okay, let's go back to our satellite loop again. So there's hurricane, category 4 hurricane, Beryl, which is going to be heading right towards Grenada, which is in the southern Lesser Antilles. Currently moving off to the north-northwest, and it should track generally in that vicinity there. Maybe a little bit more to the south. It should move generally like this. And once it gets past the Lesser Antilles, it should begin to move north-northwestward more. So currently, it's almost moving west. It's moving more west than north currently, and once it goes west of the Leeward Islands, it will start to move more northwest as opposed to west like it is now. I know that was a lot of directions. I could show you the track. So see how it's really moving west now. Then it starts to slowly move northwest. And then once it goes towards Grenada, it really starts to pick up steam whilst moving northwest still. Then begins to move more west again, going towards Jamaica and then eventually the Yucatan Peninsula. If you're just tuning in, the current wind speeds on this is currently about 130 miles per hour. However, recon data will most likely find wind speeds beyond 130. Probably 140. We'll probably have a 140 Cat 4 shortly. Let's see. Let me go over to Beryl. Yeah, there's some newer guidance that's coming in that actually does show this becoming a Cat 5 in approximately 24 hours, which it would be over the Lesser Antilles at that point. I don't know if it's going to be able to do that, but it's 100% a possibility. Gracious day. I need to find the microwave imagery, man. Because that's what helps determine the core of the eye. Which, let me see here. So if anybody could find a link to microwave imagery, that'd be great. Give me just a second. Okay. So again, we're going to just keep watching this hurricane over the course of today. We'll have a longer live stream probably tonight for the 8 o'clock advisory or somewhere around the realms of that. But we're not going to end just yet. I want to try and stay live for the 1:30 p.m. It's actually the 2 p.m. advisory, but it normally comes out at like 1:30 p.m. Quickly just checking another thing here. Oops, that is not right. Yeah, with these hurricane streams, I go quiet quickly. Alright, let's go ahead and look at the model runs for this thing. I have not looked at any model runs yet. Here's the intensity guidance, which you can see some of them have this pushing towards Cat 5. And I don't know why the HFBI, rip off of the FBI, have this thing becoming a Cat 5 125-ish hours out. I imagine it would be in the Gulf at that time. Let's go to the GFS, go to 125-ish hours out. Yeah, that would be when it's in the Gulf. And you can see the GFS doesn't have much re-intensification happening here. It doesn't look the most impressive by any means. at least according to this model. Now I want to go to the H wharf. Let's see. So that's the Yucatan Peninsula. The H wharf. Wow. Wow. H wharf still has it being a Cat 4 as it approaches the Yucatan Peninsula. What's crazy is the H wharf doesn't have it being a Cat 4 now, but it definitely is. So even the model run that typically overdoes intensity isn't catching on to exactly how strong this storm already is. This is the wrong one. Yeah, the HMON has nailed this pretty good so far. The newer model runs rendering in now. So that's the Leeward Islands right there. And the HMON has it being about a 955, which it's currently about a 958. So that would be just barely stronger. Not much intensification there. That would probably be up to 140, maybe pushing 145 mile an hour wind speeds as it approaches land. But we'll see. We'll see what recon shows. Recon's really going to be the saving grace for us. That's how we knew that this storm was intensifying. You know, before the National Hurricane Center was just upping it slowly. And then we had, you know, the normal 20 mile an hour jump between one advisory and the other. Just that normal jump. Let me go over to the National Hurricane Center. That way I could read their public advisory. Hurricane Beryl was located near the latitude of 10.7 north and longitude of about 54.9 west. Quickly moving off to the west around 21 miles per hour. Over the next couple of days, it is expected to continue the west-northwestward motion. Is it expected to impact portions of the southern Leeward Islands and Windward Islands Monday morning. Maximum sustained winds have increased. This is an old one. 120. 120. We are at, what, 130 right now? So this is the outlook from 11 a.m. Life-threatening storm surge as much as 9 feet above normal tide levels will be possible. Rainfall totals of around 10 inches of rain will be possible. And damaging wind gusts possibly exceeding 145 miles per hour will be possible as well. Which currently the gusts are expected to be 165. Yeah. So that's definitely an older advisory. Jeez, wind gust of 165? That's not really a number I could fathom there. Let's see. Unlikely Cat 5 landfall if the eye replacement occurs. It depends on when. If we can get an eye wall replacement cycle overnight, that would be a very, very bad situation. But if we start an eye wall replacement cycle like tomorrow morning, just before landfall, that would be probably the best case scenario, because as it's moving on shore, that eye wall would be broken down and, you know, it would be re-intensifying after it leaves land. So it really just depends on when that eye wall replacement cycle occurs, if it even does, which currently it looks very unlikely over the next 3 hours. We'll see what it looks like beyond that. Like I said, it does look just slightly less impressive on the eye wall compared to this morning. Around 7 a.m. it looked a bit better, but it is still on a intensification phase here. Some impacts may already be occurring near Barbados. We shouldn't have anything crazy happening now, but we could have a few mild impacts begin in Barbados before 8 p.m. But after 8 p.m. tonight, that's when things should really kick up. I'm going to look at our current radar imagery here. Yeah, you can indeed see the edge. You can see the edge of some convection east of Barbados currently. Nothing impressive by any means, just some light rain showers. So again, most of our impact should begin after 8 p.m. tonight. Let me get rid of all these tabs here. Are you going live again at 8 p.m.? I'll definitely be live again later tonight, for sure, 100%. I'm just going to stay live here until the new advisory. We'll look at that new advisory and then conclude probably in about just under an hour from now. And then I'll be, I have a lot of stuff I need to get done, but I will 100% be back on here tonight. Unless something goes wrong, like my dad shuts off the power again accidentally. Or a hummingbird hits the wire like last month. Things that aren't in my control. or a woodpecker pecks the power line too. There's a few things that could happen. So there's Barbados. There's your hurricane. Like I said, really the main hurricane force wind speeds are going to be right here. Those are moving off to the west northwest, so those should stay. They should stay south of Barbados, but Barbados is definitely in that hurricane warning. I highly recommend. I recommended this yesterday. I recommend it even more that you get out if you can in Grenada, this area here. I recommend you evacuate. Even if you evacuate to St. Vincent, it should be a heck of a lot better. St. Lucia would be even way better than that. The more north you can get, the better you'll be. So if you can't evacuate, which I'm sure a lot of people in this area cannot evacuate, you need to buckle down ASAP. All preparations should be finished by 8 p.m. Barbados, your preparations need to be finished within the next 3, possibly even 4 hours. So 3 to 4 hours, Barbados, you need to have your preparations done. Grenada, in the next 5, 6 hours, preparations need to be done. Beyond that, we're not really going to talk about much beyond the southern Lesser Antilles and Windward Islands. We'll talk about that area once this storm's over the Lesser Antilles, and we can start mentioning Jamaica and potential impacts that far. But we shouldn't see any watches come out for Jamaica until our hurricane is south of Puerto Rico. Then we may see a tropical storm watch get issued. Then as it approaches Jamaica, we may see a tropical storm warning. And depending on where this storm is and how strong it is, we may see hurricane warnings come out for Jamaica, but we'll just see once we get closer. Lightning in an eye wall. Something that I ever heard once before getting into the weather community, and now it seems like it's occurring with almost every category 4. Ooh, look at this big burst of convection that has just happened. Look at that on the southern eye wall. Oh my goodness. Somebody fly into this thing with Microsoft Flight Sim. tell me how windy it is. I'm going to go over to infrared satellite imagery because I want to see if that's actually exploding. Yep, you could see it on that latest frame. It's a lot. It's not really that noticeable, but right here, let me change the color. Right here, that's where you're getting more convection. You're getting some more convection right in there, and that could help intensify the storm further. Oh, good idea, Isabel. I'm going to tweet that. I'm stealing this from Isabel right now. Stolen. I think a Cat 5 will be possible if you can do an eye wall replacement cycle. I don't know how I feel about this storm just getting the getting to the category 5 status like in the next 3-4 hours. I feel like it's going to need that eye wall replacement cycle. But we'll see. You never know. This could definitely it could already be a category 5 and we're just sitting here waiting. But I feel like it's going to need that eye wall replacement cycle. That eye has definitely gotten smaller. So earlier this morning towards like 7, 8 a.m. That's when this storm looked really impressive. I think about this here, these frames here, it was the most impressive. And now it still looks really impressive. It's still a category 4. I just feel like that southern edge has started to close a bit more, but we still have a full eye here. Strongest hurricane in Bahama history. That's an easy one. So there's again your category 4 hurricane. Current wind speeds are around the realms of 130 miles per hour, sustained with gusts possibly way higher than that. According to Radar Omega, our maximum wind gusts are 0 miles per hour. Our sustained wind speeds are 130. According to Radar Omega, our gusts are 0. Now I'm going to go to the National Hurricane Center to tell you what your gusts really are. Your current wind gusts are actually 150 miles per hour. So sustained winds at 130 with gusts of about 150. This is, whoa, 0. I don't think we'll be seeing 0 mile an hour wind gusts when sustained winds are at 130. I'm not a professional on knowing exactly how long you have to measure a wind speed in order for it to be sustained or a wind gust. I believe sustained is 10 seconds. But I don't think we'll be seeing 0 mile an hour wind gusts. That's a little bit excessive. -1 mile an hour wind gust may be a little bit more of a realistic scenario and forecast for this. But we'll see. Ooh, microwave imagery? Let me see. Gracious day. How the heck do I even see it? Probably this. Oh my word, I am going to have to explore this site. Gracious day. This is a lot of new information. Ah, there's our microwave imagery. How did I even get here? Alright. I'm going to look at the current microwave imagery here. Yeah. It's not looking like a, eye wall replacement cycle anytime soon. Gracious. I don't even know how I got to that site. Alright, I'm going to save this, and I'm going to put it here. In my links. And it's this. Okay. I know how to get to it now. Yay. I don't really want to do that one. Is there like a still image of it? Because I've got loops of it here. I think the last time we had the microwave imagery, according to this at least, was like 8 a.m. That's not really current microwave imagery by any means. Unless those still images are the last, the latest ones, I should say. But there's your beast of a hurricane, y'all. Category 4 intensity, currently moving off to the northwest. We are anticipating the potential for catastrophic impacts in the southern Lesser Antilles and Leeward Islands. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy impacts. Yesterday morning, we were looking at the potential for a tropical storm to a Category 1 in Grenada. We're waking up this morning, and now it's, of course, the afternoon to a Category 4, possibly even pushing a Cat 5 for Grenada. I don't think we're going to push Cat 5 intensity. That's really going to come down to last-second convection bursts and eye wall replacement cycles on if we can actually see the Category 5 intensity or not. I know that's really the biggest question around the weather community is if it can get to Cat 5. And that's how it is. You know, if you get a tropical storm, it's will this get to a hurricane? You get a Category 1 hurricane, will this get to Cat 2? You get a Cat 2, will this get to Cat 3? It's Cat 3. Will this get to Cat 4? Is it Cat 4? Oh, it's Cat 4. Will it get to Cat 5? And then when it's at Cat 5, they're like, man, finally this thing's strong enough. It's like it's just not enough for Twitter, no matter what weather does. But this is a very historic system. We're watching a minimum of 100-year, once in 100-year event here. At least a once in a 100-year event. Most likely more than that. That is just so impressive. And again, look at that new convection right here that is fired. Right there. You're getting more convection. That could be a burst to help it increase more in wind speeds, intensity there. I imagine hurricane hunters are going to go through this hurricane one more time before they probably... I don't know how long they can stay out there. Let me go to hurricane hunters. Oh, they're already heading back. Okay. Yeah, they're already heading back. So the data they collected is what's going to be used for the new advisory. They're going to head back, refuel, and then they'll probably be back out for the 8 o'clock advisory tonight. So your main advisory, I think this is your main advisory. I think the 2 p.m. advisory is your big advisory. Your 2 p.m. and 8 p.m., 2 a.m., 8 a.m., 2 p.m., and then it just keeps repeating. So again, we're really just gonna have to see what the eye wall replacement cycle potential will be with this. What everybody else thinks this storm's gonna be intensifying towards, but a Cat 5 is 100% on the table. Is it likely? I don't think so. I don't think we're going to see a Cat 5. I don't think we're going to see a Cat 5. It's currently going... It's really maintaining, Don. It's really maintaining its current wind field. Which is about... Let me show you. This large. It's really maintaining that wind field currently. The green is tropical storm force winds up to 56 miles per hour sustained. The yellow is tropical storm force winds up to 75 or 73 mile an hour wind sustained. And then that red is 74 plus, which in this case goes all the way up to at least 130. And the reason why I say at least 130 is because it's most likely a bit stronger than 130. It's probably around that 135 mark now. So let me go through where I think the highest impacts will be. Right off the bat, Grenada and very close, if not St. Vincent. Those would be 2 areas that I would actually, if I lived there, I would try my best to evacuate further north. Really, as far north as you can get is the best. Now, if you could get further south, like if you could get to Trinidad and Tobago, that area won't be hit as hard, or this general vicinity here. But most of y'all are probably, if you live out here, you're going to be going up towards like St. Lucia or Dominica. Those are definitely much better. The more north you can get, the better. You want to stay away from St. Vincent and Grenada. Those are the 2 areas you want to avoid. Complete devastation could be a very real possibility of some areas. Catastrophic impacts are currently anticipated with storm surge of 9 feet possible. Rainfall totals of 10 feet possible, or 10 feet, holy crap, 10 inches of rainfall will be possible. So 10 inches of rain, 9-foot storm surge. Sustained winds could be possibly as high as 140, 145. And gusts could be up to 165, maybe even pushing 170 as the storm makes landfall. So the winds mixed with the storm surge is what's going to make this storm absolutely horrific. And it's going to be a bad one. It's going to be a bad one. It's going to be a memorable one regardless. It already is a memorable one. It has already made its way into the history books because of how far east, how rapidly it's intensified, the time of the year that it is as well. So absolutely pure insanity. It's already in the record books. So if you guys haven't already, make sure you hit that like button and share the stream. Those are the two most important things so we can reach more people and as many people as we can with the word of this this hurricane. And I do want to see. Let's see here. It's very difficult to tell what the hurricane's doing in real time. I'm not the best at that. The eye is still super clear. It has no signs of closing, and I don't think it's going to close anytime soon. So, we should be getting a, whatchamacallit thingamabobber. That means a tropical advisory here soon. So this wind field, the projected track, the cone, the intensity, everything should be at least a little bit better in terms of what new information we'll have. I do not plan on doing an all-nighter tonight, but I do plan to stay up till at least the 11 o'clock advisory, and I do plan to be live tomorrow morning to watch this thing make landfall. I don't know. I know for a fact I'm going to have some difficulties live streaming for a long time tomorrow. I wish it was easy as click go live and just stay streaming. It's not that easy. I have a lot of things that have come up recently, but I'm working around it. I'm working around it. That's why these live streams aren't like 6 hours straight. Instead, it's like 2 hours, then 2 hour break, then 2 hour again. Beryl's awake and will not be closing its eye anytime soon. It's daytime TRG. I'm trying to be hopeful, but even if it closes, that's really a worst case scenario. Is it closing its eye? That's really a worst case scenario. Happy birthday, Isabel. Wish happy birthday to Isabel. If you don't, then I don't know. You won't get a cookie for the rest of your life. Hey, that's a special weather statement to my south. I am not going to freaking Greensboro today. Heck to the nah. A lot of severe storms out in Pennsylvania today. We do actually have... Oh, you've got to be kidding me. I just closed my entire set of tabs. Well, we do have an enhanced risk today. Tornadoes are not the biggest issue. Isolated damaging winds up to 65, 70 miles per hour possible, and a few hailstones up to an inch in diameter will be possible if you live in that orange area from really almost all Massachusetts, all Connecticut, all Rhode Island, all of New Jersey, into southeast New York as well. Now, whilst I go back and open all of my tabs here that I just closed, you guys sit here and look at this. Because now I got to go open back up my YouTube studios so I can see chat. Got to go and open up my model runs. I have to go back and open up my satellite imagery over here. Open up this. There we go. They don't say happy birthday when it's still their chocolate milk. Oh my word. No storm for you, Carson. Should we trust the cone for Jamaica since the cone is always moving southward for Jamaica, or is it going to be too early? Or is it's too early out? We could see the cone go back to a direct hit for Jamaica. It's a possibility, yes, that it shifts back to Jamaica. I think the most likely scenario is it stays to your south or just barely clips you. I would be shocked with a direct landfall to Jamaica, but a couple impacts to the southern and southeast portion of Jamaica is 100% on the table. If you are in this portion of Jamaica, that's probably the area that could have the most impacts. The southeast portion. I would be very shocked to see a direct landfall on Jamaica. I don't know if we could take closer looks into this. I wish I could get more zoomed in. Yeah, it could be a very close call for Jamaica, so I would definitely be hyper weather aware for Jamaica. Um, I would start preparing now. You've got such a long time to prepare. I would start preparing and getting stuff now. That way, once those warnings and watches are issued, when the watches and warnings are issued, that's when people start panicking. So if you want to get ahead of all the lines and everything out there in Jamaica, I suggest you do it like tomorrow, or even better, today, before people really start getting a wind of this. Because currently everybody's talking about the Lesser Antilles. It's the Lesser Antilles, Lesser Antilles, Lesser Antilles. And after the Lesser Antilles, it's going to be Jamaica, 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 Jamaica. And that's when everyone's going to panic. So I suggest you could get ahead of those crowds now. I'm going to go ahead and show you the ensembles. We do have a good program, I remembered. A good program to show you all the ensembles on. So here's all the different scenarios. There you go. So a lot of the ensembles, you'll see this big group further south. There's a big group of ensembles to your south, but there's also a group right over Jamaica. So I think it's most likely that it goes to your south, but it is definitely a possibility that you see something out there, or rather that you see a direct landfall in Jamaica. Let's see here. It's a little more than a tropical storm. The bottom says tropical storm. Oh my goodness, you're right. You're right. You are right. Hold on. That's what I typed out today, right? We talked about the major hurricane that is currently a category 4 hurricane. Oh my goodness. Thank you for telling me that, Carson. That's been there the whole time. Let's see. There we go. Fixed. While y'all look at that too, I'm gonna quickly go back over here. I've got too many tabs open. I'm losing where I am. I'm losing where I am. Okay, let's clear out some tabs here, y'all. Help me out here. Clear out that. This is the microwave imagery. We're gonna close that out for now because we're not hungry. There we go. And I'm going to keep that up because I'm going to keep coming back to this. We'll refresh that. Okay. Alleged cat for a tropical storm. That's crazy. Alleged cat for a tropical storm. Now that is something that Twitter would say. I don't really know about that eye. It's still, regardless, it's a category 4. I'm just trying to think of how this might play out in the future. Like, it doesn't matter about the eye right now in terms of if it's a cat 4, because it is. That doesn't matter, but in terms of if this thing's gonna push category 5 intensity, we gotta keep a very, very close eye on that eye. Regardless, that's what Twitter is gonna be glued to today. Ain't no one care about the enhanced risk, to be honest. Ain't nobody care about the other system coming off Africa or the storm going towards the Yucatan, or now leaving the Yucatan Peninsula. All eyes are on this storm and really this storm alone. And for a really good reason. For a really good reason. Congratulations, Tex, and thank you for the $2 donation. Look at 94L. Oh, it's an 8080 now? Nah, you're kidding. Oh my word, you're not kidding. You're not kidding. Yep. I knew it was a possibility too. We talked about that yesterday. We are about to get another tropical storm. Yep. That is crazy. Oh, I spelled that wrong. Okay. That is that's something. That's 94L, I believe. Yeah, 94L. Wow. That snuck up. Okay, back to the hurricane now. I'll go ahead and show you guys the outlook. Oh, well, I've glitched my radar mega. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so there you go. 8080 right there. That is an 8080. That means Beryl advisory should be out very soon then. It's not out yet, but that new one is out. 8080. A tropical storm watch may be required later today for portions of the eastern coastline of Mexico. An aircraft, which is just, we'll call them hurricane hunters. Hurricane hunters are going to investigate the system. Oh, they're currently investigating the system. Hold on, let's see what they're finding. Recon into Invest 94L. They're not finding anything at the moment. We'll see if we can squeeze out a yellow wind barb on their data there. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you for the $2 donation. Greatly, greatly appreciated. Let's go back over to our hurricane. That is a lot of lightning. That is a lot of lightning. Look at that. Wow. Yes, it is, Johnny. Sure is. Very, very impressive hurricane out here, y'all. Really impressive. The Beryl advisory ain't out yet, so we're gonna stay live until that comes out, because that's the whole reason why we went live. Is to talk about Beryl. So we're gonna wait till that, at least until that advisory comes out. Oh.
No.
Good morning, buddy.
Good morning.
You're a little low, but I imagine it's because you just woke up.
Good morning.
Hi, it's Cat 4.
I know.
Lucky predicted it.
I literally did.
Also, there's a tropical storm could form at the 8 o'clock advisory tonight in the Southwest Gulf.
94L.
Yep. That's also there too. Finally, Lucky's caught a stream. He's lucky we didn't end in 6 minutes ago.
Don't worry, I can be here for 30 minutes because that's why I'm not live, is because I'm only here for 30 minutes.
You think this is gonna push Cat 5, Lucky?
Oh, you would have to give me like 2 minutes to look. Give me 2 minutes and I'll let you know.
Johnny said, "What's up?"
Who did?
Johnny.
What up, Johnny?
Look
Dude,
at
and
that
then
beast. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we're getting another burst of convection. That could help it
let
continue
me
to
see.
intensify. Look at that beast of a hurricane. Just to think,
Um,
24 hours ago, this thing didn't look much greater than a tropical depression.
I only think it was a tropical depression 24 hours ago. Was it?
I think it was. Wasn't it designated a tropical depression yesterday morning?
Yeah, and then tropical
Do you guys
storm at
hold on?
11
Wait,
a.m.
wait. We got the archive for it right in front of my face. I'm stupid.
Yeah, because I know it was tropical storm yesterday. I think early.
Let's
No, you know
see.
what? It had to be like the night before. It had to,
It got to
right?
Cat 1 yesterday. So when did it get to Cat 1? Do you remember?
Yesterday at the 5 p.m.
So
advisory,
that'd be 5 p.m. That's 2 p.m.
our time,
So yeah,
obviously.
it'd be like tropical storm yesterday at like the 11 o'clock or 2 p.m. advisory. Like I think the 11 o'clock advisory a.m. yesterday morning. It was a tropical storm. That is crazy. From tropical storm to Cat 4. Definitely not the most rapid intensification I've seen by any means, but
Because we
that is
saw
the definition of rapid intensification.
that is. I mean, we saw was it last season?
Yeah.
Uh, in the EPAC, tropical depression to Cat 5 or tropical storm to Cat 5, one of the
Tropical
two.
depression to Cat 5 in like
Less
25
than 20.
hours.
I thought it was less than 24 hours. I
It
thought
was
that's
like
what.
right on the 24-hour mark. That was Hurricane
All right.
Otis. And it holds the record for the quickest intensification.
All right. Do I think this is gonna push Cat 5?
I think it all personally. I think it all comes down
It
to an EWRC. That's what I think it comes down to. Eye wall replacement cycle.
yeah. It's in
And
very, very, very favorable waters, and it's going
I
into.
don't think conditions matter right now, honestly, because it's just the conditions are perfect. It's just
To
all
be
about
honest,
what the eye does.
that too. To be honest, no signs of any type of dry air or shear impact in the system. So that's that's something. Do
Oh,
I
new
think it's gonna push
advisory:
Cat 5?
extremely dangerous Cat 4 Beryl is approaching the Windward Islands. Life-threatening winds and storm surge is expected to begin early Monday morning.
I'll be at home for
Winds
this.
have stayed the same. Millibars dropped to 960, which actually still seems the same. So I don't think there was any change.
No, it was a 964.
I think it was a 962.
No, 4.
But Recon
No,
found
4 on the.
958.
Huh.
I
Yeah.
don't have any
What I
change on my end, but the advisory just came out, so give it about 2 more minutes and we'll see if there actually is change or not.
Yeah, because the advisory I have right now, which I haven't refreshed, it says 120, 964 moving west at 21.
Yeah, mine's the 2 p.m. advisory. It's 960, 21, moving to the west, and then 130 MPH.
130?
Yeah, 130.
Huh.
What did you say?
Oh, it just refreshed. It just updated.
What was it before?
It, nine. All right, so I'm going in order. 120, 964, 21.
120.
So
That was like that was the So you didn't even
11
get the
a.m.
you didn't even get the urgent update then that they did at the around 11 p.m.
Yeah, I did. Thanks.
Or no,
Oh,
I don't know when it was classified as a cat form. Maybe it was noon.
I don't know. Well, I'm just looking on NHC because that's yeah. Let me go back to chat. What up, Haley? If anyone said hey to me, what up? What up, Hez? What up, yo? What up? What up? What up? I'm glad to be here. TRG's somehow shocked that I'm here.
It's 1 p.m. You don't wake up until 8 o'clock.
Dude, no, I woke up like an hour ago.
That's wild. I woke up at 7:30. I can't sleep knowing this stuff's happening. This is what this is what I do pretty
Hey,
much all day. Is I just sit here watch the. I actually go do stuff and then come back and check every once in a while.
he does. I can confirm.
It's
It
not
might
like I
seem like he
actually just
doesn't.
sit here, but I promise during tornado events, I just sit here.
I can confirm that because I was right next to him for 3 of them.
You think I go off and do stuff during tornadoes are happening? No, I'm watching. I'm
You
always
know,
watching.
I can confirm that because I was right next to him, and the only thing he did was go get something and come right back.
We just
And
nuked the
you know what?
storm.
This was off stream. I literally sat in his chair. He's like, "Lucky, get out! I gotta see the tornadoes." I
Man.
said, "No."
I know somebody did a hypothetical, maybe it was What If did a hypothetical video on if we nuked a hurricane and how many biometric tons of nukes it would take and TNT. I'm pretty sure he did a video on that.
Rachel, you're a little off. It's a
No,
Cat
it's
4.
Cat 4 right now. That's why I have it in the thumbnail and on the title.
It's you do have it in the it's the high end Cat 4. It's set to bring. Wait, no, you have it in the title too.
Yeah. And so
You just said
it's
you.
currently a Cat 4 with winds of 130, pressure of about 960. So the pressure's too high to be anything greater than a Cat 4.
You have to go to like 950, right?
Oh,
Like
at
at least.
least to be a Cat 5, it's gonna have to go into probably the low 950, 940s.
Yeah,
So we're gonna
that's
to
what
have
we've seen.
some drastic decrease in that pressure, which is why I said I think we're gonna have to look at a eye wall replacement cycle for a Cat 5.
Which right now, this thing just looks really intense. It doesn't. Will the pressure drop? It has been.
It
So
will drop. It's just a matter of how much,
yeah, how much?
but it's gonna drop at some point. It's gonna keep dropping, I should say.
That's fine, Rachel. Sometimes people just click the live stream because they just want to see what's happening.
Rachel, it was a Cat 1 about what, like 12
Well,
hours
about
ago, Lucky? It was
actually,
12 hours
12
ago. It
hours
was
ago,
a
yeah.
Cat 1. It was a category 1 12 hours ago. And it's a
Literally,
Cat
because me and TRG
4.
left. Me and TRG ended the call, and it was a Cap 1, and we were like, okay, we're gonna see what happens at the 2 a.m. What
That's
did it do at the
crazy.
2 a.m.? Did it go to Cat 2?
I
I
think they
forgot.
increased it slightly, but I don't think it got to a Cat 2 at the 2 a.m. advisory.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
And then
it literally, one advisory, yeah, from the 2 a.m. advisory, oh my word, it jumped 35. No, 25. It jumped 25 from the 2 a.m. to the 8 a.m. advisory. Because it
that's
got its
crazy.
eye. It finished the eye, like we were talking about yesterday. Once it finished that eye, it's just nothing was stopping it. So it used
Yeah.
up everything. And now it's kind of
Maybe that.
maintaining that intensity. And I think it will strengthen further a bit, but probably not into a Cat 5.
What was I gonna say?
We're
Wait,
expecting
give
it
me a
to
second.
possibly make landfall over Grenada,
Yeah.
southern Lesser Antilles, as a mid to high end Cat 4.
Is the eye gonna be as big as that island?
Yeah, I measured it. It's currently the eye is 3 miles too small to fit over that whole island.
And just if that
Well,
thing.
now it's big enough now. It's 20 miles. It's big enough now. The island is 19 miles, so it's actually big enough. It got bigger. I didn't even realize that. I thought the eye was shrinking. What happened? Yeah. No, it wasn't. Look at that, man.
Dude, look at that.
Yes, Caden, tropical storm watches will likely be required tonight.
Y'all, this is hurricane season for you, and we're just getting started.
Yep. And this was the
And
time
that's the
frame I
scary
thought it'd be
part.
inactive. I'll take the L on that one. I thought it was going to be inactive at late June, early July. I thought we'd be at a dead period
I'm not gonna lie. Yes, I thought that too.
because that's what all the
I
models were
was with you.
showing.
Yeah. That
But
that shows y'all. That shows
models
y'all.
are dead wrong all the time.
Don't trust the models with everything. Like if it's in a close
Oh,
range,
you do
okay,
know
you
you're
can
about to
trust
get in
the
a
model.
watch with me, right?
Who, me?
Yeah, we're both in 80%.
Oh, nice. I'm
I
supposed to
don't
go
know
to.
what the heck it's for. Clear skies.
It's probably gonna be severe,
Oh, it's gonna
obviously.
be, yeah, 100%.
No duh. But
They said it
I'm
will
gonna
be
guess. I'm gonna guess.
needed. Oh shoot! In the next 15, 30 minutes, it should be issued.
So 2 p.m. All right. So I'm guessing that it's gonna be TRG real quick. Let's take a guess since we actually have no idea. All right. So wins. I'm gonna say we're in a slight, right?
Oh, you're talking about us?
Yes.
For what?
I'm trying to guess what the watch thing is gonna be. I'm gonna say 70 mile per hour winds.
Just guess the
Likely.
probs of the winds. That's it.
Oh, I don't know. I don't look at the wind probably. There could be like 70s, 50 or something like that. I don't know. I don't know what they do for wind. I'm gonna say they're gonna call for 70 mile per hour winds, and I'm gonna say ping pong. Hail. Wait, actually no. Is there a hail risk?
I don't think so.
All right. Peace out hail. If they even put that.
It's gonna be what it's gonna be. Yeah, this is a textbook hurricane, of course.
Oh yeah,
It's
duh.
not a full-fledged buzzsaw yet at all. It's more of a oh, I forgot what you call it. I forgot what you call this shape. There's a name to this shape. There's a name to this shape where
A
it goes in like
6.
this.
It's a 6, TRG.
Yeah, we'll call it a 6. It really is. Look at that. It's a 6. It is. It's a weird looking 6, but it's there.
That's a good look. That's a good looking 6.
It's
What
a
are you talking
rotating
about?
6 in the Atlantic. I forgot where we were for a second.
Y'all, y'all. This is scary. We have a big number 6 in the Atlantic Ocean right now. That's category 4 with 130 mile an hour winds. That's really scary. Like, never knew the number 6 could be that crazy. Did you?
I think that's the new advisory. Yeah, yeah, we got the new advisory.
At 6. Okay. No.
So there's your wind speeds matched up exactly with your satellite, thanks to the new update. We'll have that for about 15 minutes, and then the eye is going to move away from that new advisory.
Those hurricane force winds. Or wait,
So
is the red
it's yeah,
a
it's
major hurricane?
getting bigger. It is actually currently getting bigger.
Oh, so wait. So what's the blue in that little wind field? Is that a tropical
That's
storm?
tropical storm. Yellow is higher in tropical storm, and then red is hurricane plus, which is
Dude,
74 plus.
I know. I thought blue was tropical storm, yellow was hurricane, and
Red was
green,
major.
red was major. Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, that's a big wind field for a major hurricane. Or not for major hurricane, but that's if someone gets hit by that, which sadly
I
people are,
mean,
that's
it's
terrible.
literally 100 miles out from the center, in pretty much every direction. I keep pulling up the wrong tab. Sorry about that, y'all. I'm gonna pull this over here so I don't do it anymore. I wanted to show y'all show you it off the National Weather Service or National Hurricane Center. Still not in it, Lucky. Still not in it. So there you go. So there's the orange is your tropical storm for us, and the red your hurricane. So, like I said, the eye is gonna completely go over Grenada. Like, if it manages to hit Grenada, the eye will cover the whole island. That would be a sight and a half to see. Just a whole island in the eye of a hurricane at the exact same second. Like, that would just be crazy. That would be wild. There's still a chance we have some last second wobbles to this, so we can't fully rule out impacts, direct landfall impacts anywhere here. Most likely is Grenada, though, which is that far southern tip, because this storm should continue to stay west. And I mean, it's gonna hit Grenada, but it may not be a full island landfall.
TRG.
Yep.
So obviously somewhat a little off topic, but not really. The wave behind it, 96L,
Yeah.
models already have it getting to a decent tropical storm. You know, you have that one model that gets already to a mid cat 1. So,
Yeah, that's been there for a while now, Lucky.
well,
It's
like I
actually
said, just got up.
downtrended today.
Really?
Yep. Apparently, we're gonna get a Cat 2 in the Eastern Pacific out of that other ALI.
What, 94L?
I said
Wait, what?
Pacific.
You did say Pacific.
What?
What is
There's an
it?
ALI in the Pacific?
Alkali? And then I know that. You know, actually, no, I do know that. You said that yesterday, but I still didn't look. I still didn't look after you said
Wait,
it.
did it form?
No.
Oh, it is. It's 96L. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
I did not even realize it's an invest.
Yeah.
Yep. And every model has it, except for the LGEM, has it being a tropical storm or higher. And it should it should follow exactly where this went, maybe slightly more north. Currently
No,
where
dude,
Beryl's going.
I think that's exactly where it's supposed to go.
Exactly, yeah, it really
No,
is.
that's exactly that's
It's the same steering current. So it should do the exact same track.
actually. Let me compare the two. Hold on. Let me compare the two. Hold on. I'm gonna compare it. 94L. Do this. Wait, no, not 94L. What am I doing? Beryl. All right. Oh my goodness. Seriously, this is like the exact same path.
That's
All
crazy.
right. Okay. 96L goes more into the Gulf, or it has it more going into the Gulf. Uh, Beryl has it just taking directed into the Yucatan area. That
There
area.
it is. My goodness. Oh, I didn't even look for the cone change. Did we change it all? Nah. Still looks the same. 140, 130, 130, 125. Yeah. They still have it peaking barely east of the Lesser Antilles tomorrow morning around 8. Do you think this could hit Jamaica? I think the models are really split between it. Let's see. The disturbance over the southwestern Gulf of Mexico has become better organized over the last couple of hours. This system now has an 80% chance of becoming a tropical depression before it moves inland over Mexico early Monday. Interest in areas should be monitoring the progress of this system. Tropical storm watches may be required later on tonight.
Huh.
I just saw something hilarious. Oh, goodness. Hold on. I might have to save that and send that to Lucky. Where did it go? Where did it go? I gotta find that for you, Lucky. Okay, well, it's gone now on my Twitter feed. Oh, I got it again. Let's go. I got it again. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to show that to you after stream if I end stream before you leave. It's not Beryl, it's like bird.
What?
I looked up the pronunciation and it's Beryl.
I
So
called it Barry.
I'm gonna keep calling it Beryl because I ain't gonna try to pronounce Birtle.
Burial.
Burial, yeah, burial.
Barry L.
Burial is what it really looks like, when it's spelled out.
Beryl. Be real. No, that's crazy. Beryl. Beryl. Be real.
B-roll. Man, dude, just a ridiculous hurricane. That eye is definitely getting bigger.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. I'm looking at it too.
It's because of the angle that the satellite imagery is above my face cam. I thought it was getting smaller, but yeah, I was dead on. I'm dead wrong on that one. Dead wrong on that one. Man.
Hey, TOG.
Yeah, hi.
You,
What?
you, you want to take the chances? One model. I don't know what the name is. It just shows on the little spaghettis. Has it hitting North Carolina?
What?
Has it going through Florida,
Which one?
Georgia, Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina, and then it goes back into
96L
the
or
Atlantic.
barrel?
Oh no, Beryl. You want to take the chances?
That's not gonna happen. Let's go through a full high pressure system and just go right through a high pressure. That doesn't make sense.
Dude, whoever did this model has to be this one model has to be fired. It has it going through. Hold on, let me name
Goes
the
right
states.
to a high pressure, a low pressure, and a severe weather system.
All right, let's see. All right, let me see my states. Mississippi, very northwestern Alabama, Tennessee. Is that Kentucky, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and the New England states, and then it goes back into the Atlantic.
That is not gonna happen.
Oh, and it has it still being like a 990 millibar throughout
That's
that whole time.
impossible.
Now whole
That's
time it
like
has
one
it
of them
being a 990.
hypotheticals, AOI in the Great Lakes ordeal.
No, Charity, look at my stream real quick if you can.
I can just make sure you ain't playing anything.
No, I'm gonna just close this just in case. You see this?
That's crazy.
Being a 990 the whole time.
I won't be live throughout the whole night. It's you did caps, Ruth. Nightbot will get you for that. I won't be live throughout the whole night, but I'll definitely be back here tonight to stream for a while. So if you
Here,
guys
there's
want
a
to,
storm right next to me.
if you guys want to tune
Sorry.
into that stream later on tonight, make sure you're subscribed to the channel with the notification bell set to all. More importantly, hit the like button and share the stream with as many people as you know, especially if you have any friends or family out in the southern Lesser Antilles and the Windward Islands out here. That includes Barbados and Trinidad and Tobago's. Potential for catastrophic impacts, especially to Grenada as well as St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I butchered that one. Lucky, I heard you mute from your stream.
Give me a second. 1 minute.
Oh, that was weird. That was weird. I have not heard that noise in so long.
You want to hear it again?
No,
All right, hold on.
my word. They could evacuate more north currently, yes. But preparations in Barbados and Trinidad and Tobago should be finished within the next 3 hours before 5 p.m. Eastern. And preparations along from Grenada all the way up towards, Grenada, all the way up towards Guadeloupe should be finished by 8 p.m. tonight Eastern time. Catastrophic impacts will be possible to these islands here, with catastrophic impacts expected in this area here. So we could see catastrophic impacts for St. Lucia, St. Vincent, if we manage to see a last-second turn. Most likely going to see catastrophic impacts for Grenada, as well as the islands just barely off to the northeast. Barbados, you're getting clear. You're definitely not in the clear, and you will not be in the clear, but you're not expected to see potential catastrophic impacts anymore. The storm moved slightly more to your south. But still, I know southwest portion of Barbados, yeah, Bridgetown, that's where most of your population is here. You guys are probably still going to see some significant impacts, with the heaviest impacts probably be focused on the southeast and southern portion of Barbados. Well, my apologies. Maybe just mute the stream, Smurf. You might just have to mute it, because I'm going to pronounce it wrong probably for the rest of the streams. Because Beryl's really the easiest pronunciation, and I don't know, these hurricanes, they name them weird, man. They name them weird most of the time. And then sometimes you get the very easy ones. But most are really difficult to pronounce. This one's not too bad, though. I will say that it's not too bad. If I knew exactly how to pronounce it, I'd be able to say it right. Most of them are like tongue twisters and can't even get your head around how to say it. This storm's not it's still not a buzzsaw. It's really not in that perfect per se hurricane. It's not exactly perfect. There's a few interesting spots of different intensity on the southeast quadrant, especially going into the southern eye wall. The eye wall isn't, I mean, it is very symmetrical, but it seems to have fluctuated a lot.
TRG.
Yeah.
I do gotta go.
All right. Are you going to be back tonight or no?
Tonight, I don't know. Like, I don't even know how long I'm staying up tonight because I gotta be up at 7. Because you know why? You know why. Tomorrow's the day. Tomorrow's the day,
I
TRG.
don't know why. Oh, I think I know why now. Yeah, you're just not going to get it again.
Yes, I will.
uh,
Yes, I will.
I mean,
Okay.
I'll probably be streaming at 7:15. I'll, I'll
7:15.
I'll guys, we'll figure out later on tonight, but sometime between 7 and 10 we'll go live.
Yeah.
We'll
Well,
see. I'll either stream like the 8 p.m. advisory or the 11 o'clock advisory. We'll just see.
yes, Pez got it.
That'll just be something I determine later on. But all right, thanks for tuning in, Lucky. Hopefully we see you sometime tonight.
I will try my best.
So there's a good chance.
Is there a good
When
chance?
could you call? Like, when's the earliest you could call? That way I could
I,
plan
I
stream
don't know
around that
because
too.
I'm also going to the pool for a little bit, so I don't know. Possibly, what is it, 2 o'clock right now?
Yeah.
6,
Okay.
7.
Well, try not to be at that early. Don't be as early as 6, will ya?
Don't be so stay in the pool for 5 hours. Got it.
Yeah, yeah.
So now I'll be very very tired. Got it. No, they have to have something in the pool, y'all. Because when I got
Just
out
get
the other
out of
day,
here. Get out of here.
I went to sleep.
Say goodbye to
Oh,
stream.
hey,
Say goodbye
let
to
me at
stream.
least say all right. Stream. It was fun while it lasted. I'll come back later. Hopefully. Cannot promise, but thank y'all for tuning into his stream. Even though he's gonna probably still stream for a little bit, but
Yeah, just like 25 more minutes or so.
okay, well I'm gonna say for him, thank you for tuning in to his stream. Even though he's gonna stay,
And I'm
I
going to be
appreciate
setting up
it.
a bunch of cool things tonight. So if you guys can, tune back in. If not, have a great rest of your day. But
Yeah,
Lucky's leaving. I'm still going to be here for 25 minutes.
yeah, I'll be back later.
All right. Thanks for
Probably.
tuning in. Get out of here. Get out of my
All right,
call.
all right.
Shoo.
See you stream. See you. Bye.
Get out of here. Man. All right. Well, he's gone. About time. Finally. It's really fun having him in here. It's always great having another person to talk to. I hope he comes back tonight. If not, it's going to be a slight boring stream, but I'll get some stuff ready for tonight. I'm going to try to get one more thing as well. So I'm going to try for a few things tonight. I'm going to try to get a few things up and running tonight, but we'll see if I can succeed at that or not. So just we'll be back for a better update tonight, y'all. I have a few extra things. I'll be more prepared as well. This was really a last second call to go live at this point. Like I said yesterday, I was planning on streaming tonight. In the middle of the day, it was kind of just question mark, so I'm glad I could be here for the 2 p.m. advisory. But yeah, let's see if we can get to 100 likes. We're only 6 likes off from 100 likes. You guys have been supporting the streams greatly during this hurricane. I hope that you guys will stick around for the rest of hurricane season. Typically, the views go off a little bit in hurricane season, which I never mind that. But I hope at least some of you guys will stick around to see what this hurricane season has to offer, which so far is not fun. Not fun. I don't like it. I don't like it. Starting off, first hurricane of the season has the potential to be a 5. Is crazy. And the first hurricane of the season is a category 4. That is just absurd. I don't think that's really wrapped around my head just yet. I don't know if we've seen that in a season before. I don't know if we have anybody who knows hurricane season off the top of their head and has studied all of them. Maybe my best guess is Carson, possibly Chip. Do you guys possibly know if we've ever had our first hurricane being a category 4 before? I know for a fact that this is the first category 4 hurricane we've seen in late June and this far east. That's a fact. But whether or not it's the first category 4 hurricane to be the first hurricane of the season, I don't know. It does seem like it's gotten a lot bigger. It really does. I just don't know if it has, but it does feel that way. It does feel that way. You know, let's go back in some frames and figure it out. This is the... Okay, let's do just this sector. It'll be a bit less resolution, but we'll be able to go back way further. So when the eye first formed, this is 950. This is what I saw. The eye wall from, we're going to go from the no pixel to no pixel from north to south, which was 19.8 miles at 9:50 a.m. Eastern. No pixel to no pixel from north to south now. You're looking at about 17.95 miles. So actually smaller in terms of the eye. Now, in terms of the strongest portion of the storm, I don't know. This thing was really, really good. I'm not holding anything. Stop going back, Radar Omega. Stop. My hands are free. I was not clicking a thing. I mean, beforehand, we had red infrared satellite across 190 miles. And now we have red infrared across 130. So it has actually gotten smaller, which I thought it did. But it's still on that intensifying trend. I just think it needs some more organization. It just doesn't look, like, personally, in my opinion, it doesn't look the best. It looks like a high-end Cat 3, maybe low-end Cat 4 right now. But recon data, you know, we did get that data that showed it towards a little bit of a middle Cat 4. We'll see what it looks like tonight. Like I said, we'll be live anywhere between 7 and 11 tonight is what I'm going to plan for. 7 and 11 Eastern. It just depends on when. I'll just let y'all know when by scheduling the stream. Yeah, there is a lot more shear on the east side too. It looks like that, Sam. You can see how it is still cut off completely on the east side. And even a bit on the northeast side, it's still cut off here. So in my opinion, it's not like the perfect hurricane. The eyes, that's definitely a symmetrical eye. It's definitely a really good eye. Still really strong intensity. Still going to have catastrophic impacts. But it just doesn't look the absolute best. Which, let's hope it kind of stays that way to where it looks a lot more disorganized, even though it's still really organized. Recon scheduled for 4 p.m.? Is that when they leave or when they're scheduled to be in the eye? I imagine they ain't planning to go in at 4. They just freaking left. They probably ain't even back to the refueling station in the Lesser Antilles just yet. What time is it? Should be 18:08. Yeah, it's 18:08 UTC. So, yeah, just make sure, like I said, make sure you guys are subscribe to the channel with the notification bell set to all. This briefing's really coming to a close. I don't think I'm in a severe watch yet. Nope. There's the convection's too weak currently. It's meh, which is what I expected. It's so meh. It just don't even look that good. And that's exactly what I expected. But that MCD had an 80%, so that gave me a sense of false hope. I'd love to try to be live before. We're going to try to aim to be live before the sun sets, so hopefully I can be live at 7, but I just can't promise that. Like I said, anywhere between 7 and 11. And that will be our longest live stream of this hurricane, most likely, because tomorrow I have a lot of stuff in the morning. Mornings are never good for my live streams. I'm never good for live streaming at the mornings. But we'll still be live at some point tomorrow morning. Yes, it will make landfall tomorrow right around 10 a.m.-ish. Let's see. Okay. Alright, let's take one final, or a few final looks at this storm from our high-definition satellite here. We also have more higher definition satellite, which is what I was using there. Still looks really good. It's not, again, it's not the perfect hurricane, but I mean, you've got a very symmetrical eye. It is definitely Cat 4. Like I said, this looks like a Cat 4 high-end, Cat 3, at least a high-end Cat 3, but currently it is a low-end Cat 4. We'll just see. We'll just see what the rest of the day has to hold for this storm. The most rapid intensification portion of this, in terms of it trying to push for a Cat 5, is probably going to be... It's probably going to be between now and the next 5-6 hours. So we'll see what happens over like the next 6 hours or so. That east side is just being bombarded by something, most likely wind shear. Then we also have our water vapor. So there's your water vapor. It doesn't, like I said, there's no dry air infiltrating it. It doesn't look like a strong amount of wind shear either. We'll just continue to monitor this hurricane. Like I said, I will be back tonight. And we'll see what happens. Yeah, the black is very deep convection, very strong thunderstorms in this, the hurricane. On that other, on this here. This is all really strong thunderstorms. All right here. We'll probably have first looks at the radar imagery tonight as well, I imagine. We'll have first looks at the radar imagery as well. Yeah. I want to go back to that satellite, actually. Because I wanted to look at the visible. I mean, still an eye and a half. It still cleared it out. It still looks like the eye's closed off just a bit to me, but that's just from what I can tell here. It just looks like it's a bit less large or something. It's probably a more compact core. I guess that's what it is. It's just the fact that it's such a compact core there. I haven't noticed if it did slow down overnight, but I don't know about if it's slowed down now at all. I was looking for my phone. I don't have it anywhere in radius. So yeah, we'll just see what happens. It's a waiting game. It's just like them severe weather events, man. It's just like those tornadoes and everything else in weather. It's just a waiting game. It's just going to be a waiting game. We'll also be keeping an eye out for an eye wall replacement cycle tonight, which could rapidly... If we see an eye wall replacement cycle tonight, we're going to push Cat 5, 100%. That's what it's going to take. Like, if we see an eye wall replacement cycle, the first thing that's going to go in my head is this might actually get to a Cat 5. If we see that eye wall replacement cycle, we could even push to 160. But the chances of that are slim, but I don't know. I don't know. This system's already done 3-4 things we didn't expect. Let's see. What's tropical storm force winds? 39. They found about 34 knots. Which is 39. Yeah, we might have a tropical storm right now in the Southwest Gulf. That might be designated at the 5 o'clock advisory. And then if not, they'll probably designate it at the 8 o'clock advisory. And then if not, then we'll see. We'll see if it just straight up couldn't form. But recon's investigating. It depends on if that convection is associated with the closed low or not. That's what's going to depend on if we just had a tropical storm form in the Southwest Gulf, which is a very surreal possibility. So that eye, we'll just see what happens, but that eye could be shrinking. That could be a number of things. It could be the sign of an eye wall replacement cycle. I doubt it. It could be the storm weakening. I doubt it. The most likely scenario is the eye weakening to help intensify the storm, which is a very, very real possibility. So that eye could simply just be shrinking more, so that way it could intensify quicker. Which it doesn't necessarily mean the smaller the eye, the quicker the intensification, but it's most likely at least easier for a storm to intensify with a smaller eye. So, yeah, again, we're going to conclude in about 13 minutes now. We're going to be back between 7 and 11 tonight. I'm just going to judge that off of what I can do, but it will definitely be between 7 and 11 tonight. I can guarantee another live stream tonight. Unless something out of my control happens, like my dad hitting the wrong switch and shutting off the power. That happened literally 5 seconds into the live stream. I click live, start the music, and poof, everything goes dark. Oh my goodness, that's my luck, man. That is just my luck. So if you guys want to get more involved in the community, you can click the first link in the description. That'll take you to my link tree where my Twitter, my Discord, as well as my inactive TikTok is on that link tree. And of course, a YouTube channel you're watching now. I also have a gaming channel. If you want to go click the profile picture on this channel, go to the featured channels, which is the home page. You'll see TRG Gaming, or you could just look up TRG Gaming in the search bar on YouTube and find it that way. There's no gaming stream planned today or tomorrow because I'll be busy. But we'll see. We'll see. We're just going to really wing it over the next couple days. And then July 4th is coming up quick, and I got a lot of plans on July 4th, so this hurricane better get out of here quick, or I'm going to get mad. It better get the heck out of here and not head towards the U.S. When do they have this making landfall in the Yucatan? Are you kidding me? The night of the 4th? Yeah, it's going to be very difficult for me to have consistent updates after the 2nd of July. But I will 100% try. We're just going to wing it over the next few days, and I'll go live when I'm live. So make sure you've hit that subscribe button, the notification bell set to all. That way you know when I go live over the next few days. This storm is still very healthy. The eye is probably shrinking to help it. Oh, wow, that is really shrunk. Oh, that is really shrinking. That is really shrunk over like the last 30 minutes. Wow. That is probably going to help intensify the storm. Unless that eye somehow completely closes, that is probably going to help intensify the storm. Let's look at the lower level water vapor. Oh, yeah. Look at that. It's still trying to get the eye complete symmetrical, but it's a really good eye. I would not be shocked if we come back to a 140 hurricane at the next live stream. So this thing could rapidly intensify over the next 5 hours here. I'll keep a very close eye on the satellite imagery. Recon's going to go in at 4. Hopefully the beginning of our live stream will have recon data. If not, we'll watch that recon data come through. I don't plan on covering any severe weather today. I know we have that enhanced risk, but it's just not a concern to me. You definitely want to be weather aware. Make sure you are prepared for potentially later on today, around 3 p.m., we could have some isolated 80-mile-an-hour winds in southeastern New York, Massachusetts. That's a very real possibility that we see 80-mile-an-hour winds today. New York City may even get on in may even get in on a considerable severe towards 4 p.m. tonight or this afternoon. So be prepared if you're in the Northeast for some significant damaging winds. Elsewhere across the country, there shouldn't be much activity. We do have another slight risk back out in Montana. But honestly, who lives out there? No, I'm just kidding. Let me go look up there. Definitely some damaging winds and potential big hailers out there in central Montana. Yeah, damaging winds up to 70, maybe even 80-mile-per-hour winds will also be possible in Montana. So winds across the board again. Tomorrow's threat, we do have a 5% out there towards McCook in Nebraska. I don't plan to cover that, but it's definitely a possibility that we do simultaneous coverage between the hurricane and the severe weather threat. Those storms really, really explode tomorrow towards 6:37 tomorrow evening Eastern time. And that could definitely be a possibility for at least partial coverage. Really focused in on the hurricane for the morning and potential afternoon portions of the stream, depending on when we're live. And then towards the evening, we start talking about that severe weather. Current plan is to attempt to go live tomorrow around the realms of 10, 9, 10, 9 a.m. We'll aim for 9 a.m. But I just don't know. I just don't know. So, yeah, like I said, I'll be back tonight between 7 and 11, so just make sure you're subscribed with the post notification bell set to all so you know when I go live again tonight. Make sure you are preparing if you're in the Lesser Antilles, Barbados, Grenada, the Trinidad and Tobago area. Make sure you're preparing for the potential of catastrophic impacts and just a lot of stuff. So, a lot of stuff to watch. Keep an eye on. I hope I'll see at least some of you guys back in here tonight. This storm will probably look at least a little different. So I appreciate everyone who's tuned in. We're going to start concluding here in about 2 minutes, and then we'll have 3 minutes of an outro music. I'm not concerned, like I said, Michael. This isn't a forecast stream in terms of zip codes and stuff. Yes, I'm leaving shortly. And then tonight's going to be a 3, maybe even a 4-hour stream, depending on if I pass out or not. Depending on when I sleep. So, yeah, I mean, there's really not a whole lot to just stay live for. But I'm 100% going to be live again tonight. Like I said, that will be pending a couple other things, but I do plan to be live somewhere between 7 and 11. It also depends on when we go live. If we go live at like 7 o'clock, we'll be live probably till 11:30-ish. If we go live, which I think it's more likely we go live closer to 7:38, then we'll be live till the next advisory. 5 p.m. is the next advisory. The next major advisory is 8 p.m. A partial advisory is at 11 p.m. and then another full advisory at 2 a.m. So full advisory, 8. Partial advisory, 5. So it depends on what you're looking for. If you want like a full-fledged update, it'd be 8 p.m. But just an update to like the intensity of the storm would be 5 p.m. Eastern. So not too far away. But we're not going to stay live that long. Oh, okay. They changed it to every 3 hours for the full advisory. Because I know sometimes they'll do the partial advisory, like they won't update the cones in the forecasts every 3 hours. They'll do that every 6 hours, but they'll update the intensity every 3 hours. So, again, still Category 4 hurricane. We're going to start concluding, so just a quick takeaway from this storm. It's going to continue to push off to the west and intensify, hopefully slowly, if not weaken, but most likely intensify slowly as it moves off to the north-northwest. Landfall tomorrow morning right around the realms of 10 a.m. Eastern for Grenada. Catastrophic impacts are going to be possible from St. Lucia all the way down through Grenada. So, yeah. 5 and 11 is full. 2 and 8 is intermediate. That is so weird. So 5 is the full advisory and 11 is the full advisory. Okay, well, thank you for letting me know that. I'll plan my live stream around that 11 o'clock advisory then. So we're going to aim for a live stream at 8:30 then. But again, that will be pending other things as well. So I will talk to you guys when I talk to you guys later tonight. So again, make sure you've hit that subscribe button with the notification bell set to all. Like the live stream and share it with your family, friends, social media. Share the channel with your family, friends, social media. Thank you guys for helping me reach over 3,500 people with this live stream. I hope you guys enjoyed. And I will see you guys later on tonight, right around between 7 and 11 p.m. tonight. And yeah, stay safe out there. Stay safe. Watch the video while in the tropics. Thank you, mods, for mod and chat, and I'll see you guys again tonight. Again, have a great rest of your day, and hopefully I'll see you guys tonight. Goodbye. Stay safe, watch the severe weather in the tropics, and I'll see you guys in tonight's live stream. Have a great rest of your night. Thank you, mods, for mod and chat. Good.